podcast. And guys, this is going to be their post game recap of the Lakers versus Warriors. I just got done watching the game. I was a little bit behind, so I'm getting on here. I had to be at work, so I'm doing the post game recap of actually I just got done watching the full entire game. If you guys are here for the first time, I'm going to be doing this a lot of the times I'm going to come on here after the games. I'm going to be giving you guys a breakdown. So if you guys are here for the first time, click that thumbs up, like the video, subscribe, and come back all the time, guys. We are here. We're going to be doing these breakdowns a lot. Mr. Carter might be joining in here soon. I sent him the link. I'm not sure if he's awake. I'm not sure if he's busy right now, but he might join in here because I'm going to be on here for a little bit talking about the post game recap. So let's get right into this game, guys. Golden State Warriors took on the Los Angeles Lakers, guys, in this game. The Warriors ended up winning this game 119 to 109. And I'm just gonna get into quarter by quarter. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I did not see the first quarter because the way I recorded the game, the first quarter was not recorded because the Thunder and Rockets game went into double overtime, which that was a great game. I was keeping my eye on that one. That was actually a really good game. Towards the end, I will talk about that one, but we're here for the Lakers right now. The Golden State Warriors won that game. I didn't see the first quarter, but I seen that the beginning, just watching the highlights. Saw the Warriors starting to pull away in that first quarter. Lakers made a comeback in that second quarter. We towards the end of the second quarter, we went on a giant run, and we looked like we were going to keep the game very close. But then, like always, guys, the third quarter woes for the Lakers. The third quarter woes are just one of the worst quarters for us. It doesn't matter who's on our team. I remember when we had a horrible team. I remember when we had like Jody Meeks and Steve Blake and these guys over there. We would do good for a decent amount, and then we would blow it and lose the third quarter. Then when LeBron came over here, we would do really good, and then the third quarter would come, and we really do bad. And then now it's like even with Luca over here, guys, Luca and the new coach JJ Redick, we've changed coaches many times. This was happening when Frank Vogel was the coach, and now three coaches later with JJ Redick, it's still happening. Like I don't understand why the Lakers come out of that halftime and can't keep up with it as a third quarter. Like if you look at the stats right now, we look at the quarter by quarter stats. Golden State won the first quarter 28-22, which that's common. Lakers always lose the first quarter. If you know anything about sports betting, personally, I always take one of the best bets is betting against the Lakers in the first quarter. We always lose the first quarter. Second quarter, Lakers came out strong. We won the second quarter 32-27. And then the third quarter, guys, it was 35-25. And then the fourth quarter, we won the fourth quarter. We won it 30-29. So we beat them in two quarters. They beat us in two quarters, but it just seems like that third quarter is where it really got us. They outscored us by 10 points. So it just we need to figure it out. I understand LeBron wasn't there. I understand that we were a little shorthanded, but still, this game was very close at halftime, and then that third quarter came around, and then we just couldn't come back from it. Like the fourth quarter, we did really well, but just because how big of a difference that third quarter was, it was very hard for us to come back. So yeah, I just think we need to figure out the third quarter. That's the first thing I want to get into is that JJ Redick, I know like I said, this has been happening since Frank Vogel was the coach, but we really have to get a hold of that third quarter because we could have beat the Warriors. We could at least kept it close. We lost by 10. We could at least made it a 4 point game, very close towards the end. But like I said, man, that third quarter was horrible. And now I want to get into the stat lines for all of the players for the Los Angeles Lakers. Rui Hachimura, 9 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. You're going to DeAndre Ayton, 10 points, 6 rebounds. And he had 0 assists, but he did have a block. He did have one block over there, and I think he had one steal as well, if I'm looking at this correctly. Then you get into Gabe Vincent, guys. Gabe Vincent, 1 for 4 from the 3 point line. He only took 4 shots, only made one of them, 3 points. That was Gabe Vincent just had a bad game, especially coming off of a great preseason where Gabe Vincent was hitting his shots. And then he comes in here and has a really bad game now. And then you go to Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves, I want to get into him because his stat line says he had a really good game. 26 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. Just from that, just that stat line. That doesn't tell the whole entire game. I'm gonna get into that right now. But he dropped some buckets, guys. 26 points is not that shabby. 9 assists. It seems like he was moving the ball around really good. But then we get into the star player of the game as the starters, guys. 43 points from Luka Doncic. 9 assists, 12 rebounds. He almost had a 40-point triple double. Personally, guys, I actually had a little side wager on Luka Doncic 40 plus points, and 40 plus points, guys, for tonight. I just thought he was going to come out here and he was going to drop 40. I messaged Mr. Carter right before the game started. I said, Luka's going to go out here and drop 40. I was like, this is going to be a great game for him. And he did. He did exactly what I thought. And then you go into the bench, guys. Jake Laravia, he only took 4 shots. He made 2 of them. He scored 5 points. Then you get into Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes, 2 for 3 with only 4 points. Then you get into Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart, really good playing time, but he just got too many dang fouls. 9 points on 3 for 6 shooting. But like, if we want to get into why we lost this game, first of all, the reason why we lost the game is because we're shorthanded. We did not have LeBron James. LeBron James was there. This game probably would have been a little bit different. But I just want to get into Austin Reeves real quick because, like I said, Austin Reeves, 26 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. But I don't know why. When I was watching that game, Austin Reeves just looked like he was almost like the reason why we were getting losing so much. I get it. He scored 26 points, but at the same time, when we needed a playmaker at the perfect time, like situational basketball, when we needed a playmaker, Austin Reeves was just going out there driving the ball, losing it. It looked like he lost his head. He was throwing the ball in different areas. He had 5 turnovers, and it seems like all 5 of those turnovers were very costly because they were at the wrong time, wrong timing for Austin Reeves to go out there and get 5 turnovers. Like every single time he got a turnover, it was when we needed a basket. It was when we brought the game in close. Austin Reeves would go in there and get a turnover. Then if you go to that fourth quarter where Luka Doncic is starting to get tired, he's doing a lot for this team. He needed a rest, and then they put Luka on the bench. They brought Austin in. Austin just looked really lost. I just don't understand it. If you go look at his plus minus, a lot of people don't like plus minuses. I do. I'm a big fan of plus minus. It shows when you're on the court exactly how good your team does. You can go across the Lakers. The Lakers plus minus right now. Rui Hachimura -6. DeAndre Ayton -4. Gabe Vincent -5. Luka Doncic -8. Vanderbilt -4. Laravia -5. And then Jackson Hayes -6. The one guy I wish he didn't get in foul trouble because I feel like he should have. I feel like he should have been a starter tonight. I texted. If you guys know Hezzy Hybrid that does the NFL show with me. Then he came on to the first episode of Lakers Post Up. It was I literally texted him. I said, "Hey, I think Marcus Smart should start tonight. I think Marcus Smart should be out there and he should be defending Curry and running around the whole time. He did really well. 9 points in his plus minus. He was the only guy that was plus in the plus minus. He was +2. But then you get to Austin Reeves, guys, -14 when he was on the court. I feel like he was getting attacked. I feel like he was getting churned. The ball was getting churned over. Luka Doncic looked like he was actually playing some pretty good defenses today, but Austin Reeves, he's just like I don't know, guys. I don't know if this is. I know what they say. It's overreaction for the first game. A lot of times you come in here, we overreact, but at the same time, I don't know that Austin Reeves is going to be able to pick it up a little bit more because -14 in the plus minus, and he was getting blowed by almost every single time. He scored 26, but it seems like that 26 points didn't really mean anything. When we needed a bucket, he wouldn't make it. When we needed a playmaker, he wouldn't do it. But it's the times when we were stagnant. We were just it wasn't like a big time shot. He'll go and he'll make it. And it just seems like a bad game for Austin Reeves. I get it, 26 points, but I really do feel like besides him, the bench, we needed more contribute. I can't even say talk right now. We need more contribution from the other guys besides Luca and besides Austin Reeves. We needed more scoring. But on the defensive end, we played okay, but then Austin Reeves giving up so many points, I just didn't know exactly how we were gonna keep up with it. But then now I want to get to DeAndre Ayton, guys. To me personally, I think DeAndre Ayton had a pretty good game. 10 points, 6 rebounds. I get it. The stat line doesn't say it, but for our first game playing with Luka Doncic in the regular season, going up against a great inside interior defense and Draymond Green and Al Horford, those guys are dogs. They're gonna go play some good defense in there. I know Al Horford's a little old, but still, he knows how to be in the right positions at the right time. And DeAndre Ayton, he was doing very well. He went out there, he missed a couple of shots that were kind of like, oh man, you should have made those. But the same exact time, he went 5 for 7. I think there was only 2 of those shots he missed. Like he missed a floater, he missed a little turnaround fade, but that was because they were forcing it to him. They started forcing the ball to him inside the post, wanting him to work on Al Horford, and that was just not the way they should do it. They should have ran the pick and roll a lot more. I was expecting more pick and roll basketball with Luka Doncic and DeAndre Ayton and more lobs to DeAndre Ayton. I was expecting Austin Reeves to play the pick and roll really well, but it seems like every single time Austin played the pick and roll, they just did not know what to do. And the same thing with Luca. Luca and DeAndre, they were running the pick and roll, but it seems like that it was either Draymond and these boys actually had a good game plan for that pick and roll, or it was more of they didn't have the chemistry yet. But I do believe in DeAndre Ayton. I feel like I do believe he had a really good game. So I'm not down on DeAndre Ayton. I think the person I'm down on the most with this whole entire team is two people. Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent just couldn't hit a shot today. I just don't know what was going on with Gabe Vincent. Then the other person is Austin Reeves. Like, yeah, you can score points, man, but you were turning the ball over. You were getting untimely fouls. You were getting untimely turnovers. You're not making plays when we needed you to. So it just seemed like it was a bad game for Austin Reeves. Besides just the point scoring, because and we all know he can score points, but basketball's a lot more than scoring points, in my opinion. Now we get into the Warriors, guys. Jimmy Butler, man. Jimmy Butler, 31 points, 16 for 16 from the free throw line. Jimmy was taking advantage of Gabe Vincent, guys, this whole entire game. Every time Gabe Vincent was matched up to Jimmy Butler, he was took advantage of him. That's the reason why I wanted Marcus Smart to start. But at the same time, Marcus Smart got into foul trouble really early. But Gabe Vincent, it just seems like Jimmy Butler has his number. There used to be teammates. I guarantee in practice when they were teammates, Jimmy Butler was probably giving him the works in practice, and he says, "You know what? This guy's gonna guard me right now. I used to kill this dude in practice. Let me do it. Let me do exactly what I would do to him when we were in the Miami Heat." I just felt like it was a really bad matchup. I wanted JJ to make more adjustments to that, but it seems like he didn't. Every time Gabe Vincent was in the lineup, he said, "Go guard Jimmy Butler." I don't understand why we did that. I feel like maybe you should have put Luca on him. I know Luca is not the best defender, but I feel like Luca's size and his body would have made a little bit more impact on Jimmy, but at the same time, you don't want to get Luca in foul trouble. You rather let Gabe Vincent get the fouls than Luka Doncic. But at the same time, man, you can't let a guy shoot 16 free throws. 16 for 16. He got to the line 8 different times. And he got to the line at the best times possible too. And then we get into Jonathan Kaminga, guys. Jonathan Kaminga looked like a brand new player today, guys. He 17 points. He hit a whole bunch of threes. I was not expecting that. Jonathan looked like he's worked on his jump shots. So the Jonathan Kaminga had a really good game. Steph Curry did Steph Curry things. He had 8 for 8 from the free throw line, 3 for 9 from the 3 point range, 23 points and 4 assists. Not the best Steph Curry game, but still, he got backed up by Jimmy Butler. And the one guy that really killed us was Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield hit 5 threes on us. He shot 10. He went 5 for 10. Buddy Hield scored 17 points. It just seems like every single time Buddy Hield touched the ball, he was firing it up, and I thought he was gonna make it every single time. Not even gonna lie. So I really do believe that Buddy Hield had was probably the main catalyst of the reason why we lost this game. And Jimmy Butler, I feel like Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kaminga, and Buddy Hield are the three guys we talk about. Because Steph Curry, is Steph Curry, he's gonna go out there and score 20 plus. He's gonna hit like 3 or 4 threes every single game. But if you let Jimmy Butler go 16 for 16 at the free throw line, you let Buddy Hield score 17 points and 5 3 pointers, and you let Jonathan Kaminga start going out there and hit 4 3 pointers, you're gonna have a long day at the office, guys. But yeah, I just feel like that's all I had to really say about tonight's game. Is that it just looked like Luka Doncic was in control. Luka Doncic did whatever he wanted. I'm very happy from what I saw from Luka. 43 points on opening night. I'm very happy with that. I was expecting him to have 40 points, and he went out there and did what I expected. I expected this guy to have an MVP type season, and he went in there and showed me he's ready for an MVP type season. He just needed help. And I know Austin scored 26, but that's this points is not all that you can help on. Like you couldn't you need to set up playmate. You got to playmate for your other teammates besides I know 9 assists. You look at the stat line. You guys are gonna look at me and say, "Dude, you had 26 and 9. What else can he do?" You go watch the game. Go watch the tape, dude. It's like every single time they needed Austin, he was not there. Every single time they didn't need Austin, Austin was there. And Gabe Vincent just missing all those shots. I know DeAndre Ayton should have had a little bit better game, but I just feel like he didn't have chemistry with Austin Reeves running that pick and roll or even Luca yet. But it's just game one, guys. It is game one. I expected us to lose. I told people around me I'm a Lakers fan, but I told them I was like, guys, if I was you guys, this is the wager zone. We place bets. We place bets here. It's what we do. And I told everybody, I said, guys, I was very tempted to take the Warriors money line tonight, but I just couldn't find it in my heart to come out there and bet against the bet against the Lakers. I just can't do it. Like I'm a huge Laker fan. I can't come out here and bet against the Lakers. It's just not in my DNA to do that. But it was free money tonight. I knew we were gonna lose this game. The Lakers next. I believe the Lakers play on Friday now. So look at the Lakers' upcoming game for Friday. I think it's Friday. We have the game on. Let's check who we play next. I haven't looked at the whole schedule. I want to get there right now. On Friday, guys, we got the Timberwolves. We'll see how we play against the Timberwolves now. That's who we got next. Hopefully, we can come out there and look a little better. Hopefully, we can come out there and win that game. Luca comes out there and has a really good game. I don't know who's going to be able to guard Anthony Edwards though. That the game is going to be on Amazon Prime Video. Yeah, that's. I feel like I said everything I had to say about tonight's game, and I'm a little tired. I'm a little winded because I had worked all day, came home, watched the game, and I was like, you know what? Let me see. Luca cashed our bets though. If you guys follow the wager zone, you guys took our bets tonight. We went 3-0 in our lock of the. We went we went 5-0 in all sports for lock of the day plays. We went 3-0 for our lock of the day plays, and one of our lock of the days was Luka Doncic over 28.5 points. And Luka went out there and scored 43. My lock of the day play was is already done by the third quarter, so I was very happy about Luka Doncic. Very disappointed in Austin Reeves. Very disappointed in Gabe Vincent, and also like I wish we would have been able to place Marcus Smart a little bit more because when Marcus Smart was on that court, it just seemed like we were a lot better. Personally, if I'm JJ Redick going into this next game against the Timberwolves, I feel like my starting lineup because we have no Braun right now, so to me, the starting lineups would be Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, Marcus Smart, Rui Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton. Like that's what you have to go with, honestly. Or you put Vanderbilt in the starting lineup just for defense. We need a defender out there on the lineup. We Gabe Vincent it was just shown he got cooked by Jimmy Butler, undersized. Not as quick as Jimmy Butler. And if you had Vanderbilt or you had Marcus Smart out there just for defense, Marcus Smart can hit some shots too. Vandy can't really shoot. So Vandy's kind of a liability on offense, but he's one of the best defenders in the league, perimeter defender. Vandy is just right there. But Marcus Smart would be the guy. I think Marcus Smart should start next game. I think Gabe Vincent playing 29 minutes is diabolical, honestly. Going 1 for 4 from the 3 point line, just very pedestrian like game. I really believe next game when we go into it, we have to swap that. We have to take Gabe Vincent out of the starting lineup, and we need to put Marcus Smart in there. And we didn't see a Dalton Connect come into the game at all. I don't know why we didn't see Dalton. Maybe Dalton is not playing that well so far that JJ didn't want to put him in there. Um, I wasn't the biggest fan of Dalton Connect when we drafted him. Honestly, I know a lot of people like were very high on Dalton. I wasn't. I wanted a guy in Rob Dillingham. I wanted a guy like can't remember the other guy's name, but I was kind of disappointed in that pickup, and it seems like Dalton isn't doing as much as everyone thought he was going to be going to the season, especially if JJ is not playing him as the first game of the season. Um, but yeah, I that's all I have to say about this game. Hopefully, when I come back on here, we have a better game for us, and we will give me 1 second. Yeah, and let me see. But yeah, and hopefully we have a better game coming into the next season. I got videos to make right now for soccer, for NBA slates for tomorrow. We got Thursday night. Oh no, sorry, Thursday night football. I got my days mixed up, guys. But yeah, I have soccer. I got NBA to make for tonight. If you guys are here for the first time, click that thumbs up. I'm gonna be coming on here probably after almost every Laker game, talking about the games. I want to get on here for a little bit with you guys. Not gonna be too long, unless it's like a really good game or have somebody else on here with me. Like if Mr. Carter was here or Heads was here, we probably do a longer show, but we just me talking. I feel like I said everything I had to say. Um, Maybe I was a little too harsh on Austin Reeves, but I feel like he was the main catalyst of the reason why we lost. Like 1 for 5 from the 3 point line. It seems like every single time we needed a big shot, he would pull it from three and he'd miss it. I told you guys the pick and roll was off when Luca went off the court. Austin couldn't really set things up as I expected him to, but he's not really a natural point guard, honestly. So maybe that's what we need. Like, but I get it. LeBron's gonna come back, and we'll have that natural point guard back. And I feel like this team's gonna do a lot better in about 3 or 4 weeks when LeBron's back in the play. But excited for Luka Doncic. That's the one thing I can say. 43 points in his first game of the season. He looked in shape. He looked like he was getting tired a little bit. That's because he was doing way too much. But That's my takeaways for this game. You can't let Buddy Hield go off for 17 points and 5 for 10 threes. You can't let Jonathan Kaminga start knocking down threes because if Jonathan Kaminga is knocking down those threes, it's going to be a bad game. And the same thing, if you let Jimmy Butler go 16 for 16 and go to the shoot 16 free throws, that's not going to be a winning game either. But my takeaways from this game is disappointed in Austin how he played. Loved how Luca played. Disappointed in Gabe Vincent. DeAndre, I think he's gonna get a little better. I was very excited for what I've seen from him out there. I feel like they just can't force it to him. Let him run the play in the offense, and then we need to put Marcus Smart in the lineup. Now, while LeBron's gone, we need to put Marcus Smart in the lineup. That's really what I believe. So, all right, guys. That is going to be it for our Lakers post game recap. Next time, I'll probably have somebody on here with me so we can probably debate it maybe, but yeah, hopefully I'm not too harsh on Austin Reeves, and hopefully we had a have a better game against the Timberwolves guys. But I'm out of here. I'm gonna go make these videos and I'm gonna go to sleep because I feel like I just look tired on here. But thank you guys for joining and watching the Lakers post up my post game recap for the Lakers versus Warriors. Let's have a better game on Friday against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I will come on here again after that game. But like I said in the beginning, click that thumbs up, like the video, subscribe. This is the Wager Zone. Go check out the other videos and let's cash out. We almost had a clean sweep for our entire slate. We went 3-0 on the lock of the day plays, but the one play we did not hit was a smaller play. Was Kevin Durant over 23 and a half. Kevin Durant had 23, then he fouled out. He fouled out. We needed one more point to have the giant clean sweep, but it's okay, guys. We swept the board in soccer, so it was great. But all right, guys, thank you for joining me. If you guys are watching the video after it's posted, subscribe. I'm gonna be here all the time. Try to catch me live. If you guys want to interact with me when you guys are here live, you guys are asking me some questions. Tell me if I'm being a little too harsh. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Or if we come back on tomorrow with with Mr. Carter or Hez, I'll let you guys know what our schedule will be for the Lakers post up episode 2. But this is the post game recap, and I'll see you guys again on Friday. This is the Wager Zone. I'm out of here.